What is up, YouTube? I just got done last night re-listening to Ben Hardy talk about the idea of time, and the traditional way of thinking about time is that your past predicts your present and your present predicts your future, and it's really interesting to think that that is a theory of time that was developed or invented by psychologists to help us, understand our world and whatnot. But he says that a more appropriate way to think about time is your present actually is what you use to interpret your past. So if your past is not serving you, you get to rewrite or re-understand or redefine the memories that you have into a way that does serve you. So that your present is actually the tool for interpreting your past. And then the other big thing is if you think that your present dictates your future, like we would never change. And he said an example of this is we all have things in our life currently that a year ago or 2 years ago we thought like didn't make sense or wasn't possible, but yet it is. And if you talk to a middle schooler, they think that time, like that they are who they will be, and that's that, And we all know that we evolve tremendously in ways that we can't comprehend from middle school to high school to college, young adult to adult, all that stuff. So the thing that I'm very excited about right now is this idea of your future is actually the thing that is going to like pull your present to it. So in order to become the person that you were meant to be or the person that you want to be, you have to get really good at defining the vision of your future and then living into that new self. So the reason that this is such a big deal for me right now is because I'm on almost 2 weeks into this new like fitness and health program with Dan Martell, and I just am like very motivated right now by this idea of we get to decide and determine who it is that we want to be, and then you wake up and you decide to do it. Like you just, the person that you are meant to be you start becoming that person immediately. And there's so many stories and little things that I've heard in the last 5 years that all kind of are stacking on this. But Stephen Pressfield has a book called Turning Pro, or his other book, The War of Art. And basically it's like a professional is someone that like just they wake up and they act different and they finish the work and they stick to their word and all that stuff. And Sam Dema, this guy I just interviewed, talks about the character that you build in the pursuit of any goal you get to take with you to the next goal. And so I know that the person that I am meant to be is someone that is inspiring and content and peaceful, yet courageous and bold and takes big action. And once I, became convicted of that idea and knew that that's who I wanted to be, then the next move is basically to begin being that person. So you don't wait for the future. You don't wait until like you become the person that you're meant to be to start doing the things that that person does. You wake up and you start doing those things daily. And over time, that consistent, boring, mundane, repetitive action turns you into that person. Like you get to craft the person that you're going to become through the relentless, tedious work. And the last guy that I'm thinking of is a book that I've read is Joshua Medcalf's book, Pound the Stone. And he talks about David and Goliath and how David was actually who he is and who he was. The David that defeated Goliath was actually crafted as a shepherd in the field day after day after day, herding sheep, finding lost sheep, fighting off wolves, and by being a shepherd for many, many years, when his Goliath moment came, he was ready. So he became the David that he was meant to be through the mundane and the boring. And so the question that I've been pondering and also been motivated by is the idea of, there is, like, the Chris Kiefer of the future starts today through mundane and boring and discipline and daily workouts and healthy eating and pushing myself and inspiring others. So that's what I'm doing.